Hello and welcome to the official first video of 2023!
Woo!
Woohoo! I am so excited to be bringing you fresh new content that will be happening throughout this year and the unexpectedness of it along the way. I am about to introduce you all to a very special guest of mine. Me and her have known each other roughly about 8 to 9 years, and we actually met on a 6-second app known as Vine. Let me introduce you all to Abby. Hello, Abby.
Hi. Hello. Oh my goodness. It's been such a long time.
It has, hasn't it? It's so fantastic to have you on here again after so long. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm currently a performer. I'm currently on my couple months off during the year. Just had Christmas, been crazy, but it's been so much fun, and I'm just really looking forward to doing this video with you today.
Fantastic. But you're probably wondering what we are going to be doing for today's video. We are going to be discussing with you all the most craziest, weirdest laws, or are they? We have got 6 laws that we have written down, 3 that I'm going to be asking Abby whether, like a true and false thing, whether she thinks it's going to be legal or illegal. And then I've got 3 that will be actual law type facts that I will be explaining, and we're going to do a little reaction on them as well. Abby, what have you gotten on your side for your 6?
So I've got 6 laws for you, or are they real laws? So some of my laws are actually fake, made up by myself, but some of them are actually real laws or things that you can't do, or it is an offence of in the UK.
Oh, I'm definitely going to be intrigued to see whether they're going to be real or fake. I think we'll get right into it.
Crazy.
Oh, they're crazy.
They're crazy.
Oh my gosh. I'm totally just overwhelmed of joy of how this is all going to go for us. And I'm ready to just get right into this. First one is actually going to be an actual law. Did you know that only a licensed electrician may change a light bulb in your home? Yeah, so you can't change it yourself. You actually need to get someone who is licensed. Right? That's
crazy.
It is, isn't it? Like, you can't literally just get
weird.
Get it yourself. And
So you can't do the how many blah blah blahs does it take to change a light bulb? 0, because you've got to be a licensed electrician.
Exactly the point. It's just like, why can't we actually do it ourselves? We're capable of adults to, like, you know, just bing.
No idea. Ding.
Ding ding ding. So there's a little first fact and an actual law here in Australia. Very bizarre.
So this is the first one that I've got for you. Now you're going to try and find out if it's real or if it's a fake law, okay? It is illegal to carry a plank of wood across a pavement in the UK. Oh. Is that a real law or is it fake?
Because it's a plank of wood, right? Surely it would be like a fake thing, because you can pick it up and all that stuff, you know. So I'm going to say it has to be fake, surely.
No, it's a real law. You are not allowed to carry a plank of wood along a pavement unless you are loading it or unloading it into a car, into a vehicle.
So would that just be like a one simple long plank that you just have to walk from one place to another? But you need to be...
Yeah, no, you can't do that. You literally can't be carrying this massive plank of wood across a pavement if you're not going to a vehicle.
Right. I guess, would you say that it must have to be like a construction person or tradie who would have to be doing that sort of thing?
I mean, anyone who's doing some DIY, I guess.
Because that's what I was thinking too, because if you're delivering only just one plank to wherever you're going, surely it should just be allowed to go and take it to where you're going. I suppose if it was a narrowed street, and depending how long the plank is too, I guess you've got to be careful of the surrounding. So I could see why it's actually a real law in that sense. Very interesting.
Oh yeah, I mean, imagine if you're just walking along this massive long bit of wood, and you're just like, oh, what was that? Turn around, you hit some like old lady in the face, like.
Oh my god, my eye! I can't see anything.
Just think of the consequences.
And the pile up of bills along the way, damaging.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, insane. All right, Abby, I think I'm going to be giving you a legal or illegal question. So this is basically like a true or false one. In most parts of Australia, to wear a disguise without a relevant cause, is that legal or illegal?
Ooh. So you can't just be walking around like, wearing a wig and a mustache, like.
Unless you're what's that Hamburglar from McDonald's? Well, yes, I'll wait for your response. I'll give you.
I've never heard of that. Just saying, I've never heard of that before.
Oh, the Hamburglar. Okay, so that was the thing here in Australia where the clown McDonald's, if you've heard of him, there was another character. He was like the thief, sort of like stealing the burgers basically from McDonald's. So yeah, he was called the Hamburglar because of that. Yeah, it's funny.
Love that. I think it is illegal to dress up without a cause.
Well,
to be in a disguise without a cause.
You are actually correct. It's illegal. And here's the reason behind that. The law is quite practical and can go a long way in preventing criminal activity. I do kind of see that because if you're wearing, obviously you wouldn't be wearing Batman or Robin sort of like costuming because obviously that's just going to a fancy dress party or something or...
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman. In that sense of that.
I'm Batman.
But that's a very good impression of Batman, by the way. I must admit, you've got that role very sophisticated there, Abu. But... if you were to wear, also, this is what else I found out, you can't be wearing shoe polish in a black outfit because it looks like you're going to commit a crime in a house or theft in that regard.
Shoe polish?
Yes, shoe polish. Isn't that crazy? Someone would put that in your face. Yeah, that's an actual thing I found online. It's insane, right?
Oh. That's confusing, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, because it looks like, going to steal something into the house. And not like in Home Alone in that sense where the two guys are trying to go into Kevin McAllister's house and they got all these props and all that. I love that movie. Thumbs up if you like Home Alone 1. Thumbs it up. Oh,
one of the best Christmas movies, but it's not the best Christmas movie though. Just saying.
There actually is other ones, isn't there? But I think Home Alone.
Die Hard.
Love Die Hard. Wait, is that a Christmas movie?
Yes, I'm one of those people who firmly believes that Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Christmas is not fully in swing when Christmas doesn't start until Hans Gruber falls from the Nakatomi Plaza.
Well, I'm saying that I guess any movie, if you class it as a Christmas movie, then the ones that actually feel like it's Christmas and all that, then definitely I think Die Hard can be in that category. So I'll give you that one, Abby. Why not? Give it a whirl. Thumbs up if you also think Die Hard is also a Christmas, one of your favourite Christmas movies. Put it down below.
Let me get my next one up because my thing turned off.
That's all good.
Have a nice view of my gold door, okay?
That's great. It's a lovely door. I love how you
thank you.
Painted it to make it look like we're in an actual courtroom.
Oh, thank you. Well, I tried to paint it like I was in the Gryffindor common room, but, either way.
Well, actually, you're very much into Harry Potter, aren't you? You're a big one into all that Harry Potter.
Oh, massive Harry Potter fan. You ready? Yes. There he is, the boy who lives.
If anyone can name those reference to that poster, just leave it in the comments below. Just go on. Put it in the comments.
It is illegal to drive with flip-flops on.
If that is fake, I'm going to be gobsmacked because here in Australia, we actually wear flip-flop or thongs in the car. I know I've done that multiple times.
What?
Thongs. Thongs is actually a word that we do say in Australia. It's like flip-flops or sandals or slip-on shoes. Yes. Oh my god, well there you
Thongs
go.
are very different things in the UK. They are very
Oh,
different
is
things.
it? Oh no. I didn't know that. Oh really?
And seriously, seriously. Thongs is a different type of undergarment.
Oh, for
Like
the
a
Pacific.
really thin type of undergarment.
Well, exactly. In Australia, exactly the same too. And I'm gobsmacked because I know it sounds very like a very bad. But yes, we call them
Like-
thongs as well in Australia, like the slip-on shoe. It's like you're probably thinking, wow, what a
You're
crazy
wearing
thing.
underwear on your feet.
Very comfortable, mind you. Just put a bit of underwear on the shoe.
So driving in flip-flops is against the law. Is that a real or is it fake?
I'm gonna have to say fake because, I mean, if we drive thongs here in Australia, or flip-flops, mind you, then it definitely would have to be fake because we do it here in Australia, driving with comfortable shoe wear. Then I would have to. I'm gonna have to say it's fake.
You are correct. It is fake.
But that's quite an interesting. Could you imagine if it was real? So you would have to keep wearing solid shoes in the car or something when you're driving.
I mean, I can understand that because where I worked last year, we have like segways and you're not allowed to operate segways with sandals on. You're only allowed to wear trainers. So like I can understand where that comes from because, you know, flip-flops can come off, sandals can come off, and, you know, they're easily accessible. So, you know, it could happen while you're driving a car.
For sure, and like you said, accidents where it could slip off and go onto the pedestal, like physically underneath. That you know could be a hazard in regards with that. But I want to know that you just said about a Segway. I think I don't know if I've ever heard of. Is it like a? Is that like a scooter type thing when you mean Segway?
Yeah, it's like there's two wheels and foot pads, and then it's sort of like usually you have like a big handles.
Like
handles,
oh,
and you
and
sort
then
of
you'd lean
move forward. But the thing is, our ones don't have the handles. They have like this little like it's sort of a seat, but it's not. It goes between your legs, and you sort of like use your hips to sort of move it, and you sort of like move back and forth. It's fun. It took me a while to learn. Like there was one time I literally lost balance and like almost like, you know, ran off into a field, like jumped off and like whoa.
Well, that's quite interesting you say that, because here in Australia we actually have these things called electronic scooters, and what they are is basically they're not the ones where you would like push with your feet. It's basically
We have them.
Oh, you've got them there in the UK too, because you usually use this like a flick thing, and then it makes you accelerate. But there's actually a law that you can only go a certain amount of kilometers with riding those electronic scooters, and there's actually electronic bikes here in Australia as well. I don't know too much about the bikes, so I only know about the scooters here. But that's cool with a Segway. Oh my gosh, it actually does sound fun though. I would definitely give that a go when I'm over in the UK sometime.
100%.
This next one's quite interesting law, whether you think it's legal or illegal. A driver must slow down or stop the bus if necessary in order not to splash mud on any person in a bus or leaving. Is that legal or illegal?
I think it's illegal to splash bus customers.
Okay, well, you are correct. It's illegal. Get this right. If you were to do that, or if it not by accident, of course, because there are usually puddles on the road, and when the buses usually drive, sometimes they can't see them, you can actually get a fine up to $2,200 for that.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty expensive fine.
That's pretty big.
Yes. Insane.
It is illegal to walk a cow across a pavement during the daytime.
What?
Is it real or is it fake?
It all comes down to, I guess, if the farmer's doing transportation of moving cattle and stuff. So, God, I don't think surely it would be like an actual real thing. I'm going to have to say I reckon it's fake.
Well, I can reveal to you that it is. It's true! You're not allowed to walk your cow across the street during daytime. Only do it at night, people. Give your cow a walk at night.
That's fascinating, because I know when you're trying to move, as I just mentioned earlier, it's crazy that you can't do it during requirement throughout the day. I think it may be because maybe to do with it might hold back traffic, maybe, unless if it's a busy road. You know, it just it seems crazy that you could do it sort of at night when you can't do it at different times during the day. But that's quite interesting. I've just learned something tonight about that in that regards.
Yeah, everybody walks their cows at night in the town.
So you can hear in the distance.
Come on, Bessie, let's go.
Come on, little Betsy Bets. And then you hear in the night, moo, moo. What is that noise? Keep your cow down, will ya? You're going to be like, that doesn't make any complete sense when you hear this. If you get electrocuted to death, then you will have to pay fines to the government. So what that means is it's actually illegal to touch electronic wires that you can actually lead to your death. And there is a fine that you actually do have to pay, even if you basically got electrocuted or shocked, or if you survive it, you actually have to pay $200 for for touching an electronic fence. It's like it's shocking. It's actually shocking.
That's hilarious. Oh, what a bright spark of a joke that was. Really,
I'm full of humour, Abby.
Conversation there.
Just push with my Aussie humour.
Wow. That law was really electrifying.
Wasn't it shocking? It was just full on if you're zzz. With a little zzz effect there.
Households are not allowed to put chairs outside on the roads on Sundays.
Okay, that's fascinating. So you can't sit back and just relax on the road on a Sunday. Well, this one's giving me one to think, because why would that be a law to begin with for starters? I thought you could literally just...
Who knows most of these things? Most of these.
This whole concept of these laws have just been the most fascinating yet funniest thing that I've ever heard in my entire life. Can you can't put a chair on Sundays? If I say it was real, I'm going to be gobsmacked that it's actually not an actual law. I'm going to say that it actually could be definitely... I feel like it's just... Part of me thinking it's fake a little bit, because why would that be a law that you can actually not put a chair or what you just said out? So I'm gonna say fake. I'm gonna say fake.
You are correct.
Oh!
It is fake. I made that one up.
That was good. That was tempting and really believable, honestly, because I would have thought if that was a real law, how can that be possible to put a chair during or not put a chair Sunday? It's just
everyone out in the road, just having to chill out on their chairs,
just getting the binoculars, seeing the sights with the birds on the lookout.
Oh my goodness, no, get knocked down, so you just sat on the chair.
And then what happens if a car or a truck or a bus with water, might get fined for that, just splashes the person? Oh my gosh, there's the $2,200 fine there.
Wow.
Not worth it. Cha-ching, cha-ching. As Jessie J would say in her song, if you've not heard of it, she goes, "It's all about the money, money, money. And I just want to make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Cha-ching, cha-ching, ain't no better.
Cha-ching, cha-ching, ain't no better. Yeah. Ba-bling, ba-bling. Of course I know that song. Jessie J's from the UK. That was quite a big hit for her.
It was. I remember having that on my phone. I would just constantly on repeat play that song over and over again. Such a good song. Very nice. Actually, speaking of vehicles, as we just said in the last law, this is to do with taxi cabs. Taxi cabs are required to carry a hay bale in the trunk. And I will add on that apparently they need to put 4 bales are required to stable water and feed the horses of their patrons. Now, unfortunately, I couldn't get the definition or meaning of patrons, and it's spelled Patrons. So sorry I couldn't find the definition.
No. So that means a patron is somebody who is one of your customers, basically.
Wow. Oh, well, thank you for the definition, because I didn't know that myself, what that word meant. I was trying to look for it online, and so
imagine that.
So if you get a
yellow taxi coming around, being like, "Oh, I need to put my suitcase in." "No, sir, I can't do that." "Why?" I need to make room for my big bale of hay."
Can I just say, how can a hay bale? I mean, because I've seen big, massive hay bales in the country, and I'm thinking to myself, how would that work? Obviously, they wouldn't put a whole big hay bale into a trunk of a taxi cab. They would do like maybe one of those small rectangle type. I think that's probably what they mean by the hay bale is that size. Because how would that? Just imagine this big.
Hay bales are massive.
Yeah.
They're huge.
Because I was thinking of those big cylinder ones and not the rectangular ones, but it makes sense to put that sort of thing into there.
They're literally taller than it's like a person and a half length. Like somebody could be, a person could be standing on my head, and they'd probably just about reach the height of a hay. A hay bale.
Because I was going to ask you, how tall are you? Because we could probably be, because I'm about 6 foot something, so we could probably be literally the height of the hay bale.
Well,
if you were standing
I'm actually 5'4".
Okay, I think we could definitely be the same height as the hay bale if you went on top of my shoulders. Could you imagine? I could do a circus act, and then
Oh my God.
I think we'll be probably the same, like both our heights combined. It would definitely be the same height as a hay bale. So it's funny thinking about that. We could just be rolling down on a hay bale. Actually, that would be quite fun, but quite like a dangerous thing if you ever do that. Do not try at home. I'm not saying to go extreme, but I'll just give a lie a little bit.
Do not jump on a 10-foot hay bale. You're not allowed.
Oh my God! Whee! And then you just don't do it though.
That does actually remind me though, where I used to live, like years ago, there used to be like a farm play area for kids called Mead Open Farm, and in there used to be like this maze made out of hay bales or little haystacks, and
yes,
and you used to like crawl through, and you had to like try and find your way out through this like haystack maze. It was so cool.
Oh wow! How big was the maze? Do you remember? Because I bet it would have been
quite big.
It would have been hard to have been.
It needs to be big enough for kids to crawl through.
Just hopefully they didn't get lost, because if it was such a big maze. There goes your kids, everyone.
Cool. I mean, it wasn't like. No one got like lost. It was meant for kids, so it was probably quite easy. But like
probably
most kids would be like, "Oh my goodness, it's dark and I'm in hay." Like
You better watch out. A cow could be in there, and you could hear this distant moo.
I'll take you for a walk later. It's daytime.
You gotta have to stay behind, otherwise I'm going to get fined if I take you through in the day. Like Jesus, at night. Well, there we go. So taxi cabs can have hay bales in their trunk, which I suppose it actually is good, reliable, in particularly the country. They'll definitely need it more, and I want to, like, the support of farmers. amazing. I mean, what they do out there on the bush, the vegetation that they grow with farming and all that. I love fresh produce. Anything fresh produce, oh, absolutely incredible. So hats off to all those farmers out there who give us all the fresh produce and all that. And hay bales for your horses. And
For the taxis.
For the taxis, exactly right.
It's illegal to be found drunk in a pub.
People get drunk in a pub regard. Oh my god! Well, nah, come on, that can't. I think, well, yeah, I'm gonna have to say real with that, only solely because I believe that you can't be disturbing, or because I know when it comes to pubs, everyone outside a pub, when they're drunk, ding, 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 wah, wah. Literally. Because here in Australia, same thing, because I know usually police come involved once it gets a little too rowdy. So I'm going to have to say real, solely because of that.
It is actually true. It's actually illegal to be drunk in a pub. What?
Yeah, because that's what I was thinking, right?
But yeah, it's actually illegal.
You know, I saw that coming a little bit, and there's not really fines for that type of thing, or would there need to be fines because they're too drunk to not really remember? Oh, I don't know. Actually,
I don't know. I think it was just when the establishment was made. I'm not sure, but yeah, it's a really counterintuitive one because that's where most people go to have a drink. So it's like, well, what's the point?
Well, exactly right, because I know the fact that, like, our pub fighting here in Australia is shocking. Once people are so intoxicated, they just, exactly how I just presented with my little punching. That has actually happened, and I've seen on videos through YouTube and all that, the amount of graphic it can get. I have seen bits and pieces of the UK as well where things can get pretty chaotic. So it's like we're joining the club in that sense.
We're not that innocent. In the words of Britney Spears, 'cause I'm not that innocent. Not me personally, but like in general, speaking as a whole.
For the whole country, of the whole nation. The whole nation.
Speaking for the nation, yeah.
I believe in great society. And no pub rules. Doing a bit of whoever did this. Just feel like I'm fishing something. Oh, I catched a fish. A bass. But yes, with the UK not being innocent, Australia can definitely relate to that as well. It's like everyone's just getting pissed. Not me though. I'm not a drinker myself. I usually, what gets me really excited is tea, like iced teas. Oh, love teas.
I've grown up since our last video. I like wine. Though to be fair, South Australia is known for making fantastic red wine, which I love. So yeah.
Okay, speaking of wine, there's actually a place here close to where I live, and it's called Hunter Valley, and it's actually a vineyard that they have all these vineyards in a row, and they do a lot of wine stuff. Also, I found out Tasmania does quite a bit of like all the wine stuff there in particular. I think it's quite good down there apparently too. I don't know too much about it, but for those who are watching as well, if you're interested, Google wines in Tasmania or like wineries. Because yeah, Hunter Valley here and wineries in Tasmania, apparently they're really, really good. So there you go, Abby, and everyone else watching.
There's actually one that I really like in Australia that I can't remember the name of, but one of their wine, they're like an indie wine company.
Fascinating.
And they're called, one of their wines is called like Passion Has Red Lips and stuff like that. They make like really funny, like their artwork is amazing and stuff like that. I can't remember what they're called, but they do like, they have one like that's called Alien Abduction, and it's just like.
Oh wow! So did they get actual?
They're like.
Did they get actual aliens to make the wine, or like how did that crystal go
Who
together?
knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Ooh. We are up to our final few laws, and my one is the very last true or false, legal or legal. I am going to be giving you a little bit of a psychic one, so here it is. It is legal or legal to give psychic and tarot readings as they are forms of witchcraft. Is it legal or illegal?
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
If I was
I hope
psychic,
not.
if I was
I
psychic, I
hope
would.
not.
If I was psychic, Abby, I could try and see what you're going to say to me so I can reveal it, but I'm going to not spoil anything. So I'll leave the floor onto you.
I really want to say it's legal because I feel like it's not fair because there's such a huge community of people who are like, psychic and do tarot readings and stuff. Hey, even I have a tarot deck.
Well, I will be revealing to you the correct answer, Abby. Let me just get my psychic feelingness to it. And it is actually illegal. Yes.
No.
It is illegal. And here's the little thing that I found more about this. So, it's actually seen as fraud, deceiving customers and exercising powers of the telepathically clairvoyance or similar powers would face a maximum fine of, get ready for this, $10,000 or imprisonment for 2 years.
What? Oh my god.
So yes, better think twice before you read someone.
That's crazy. That's crazy that people still believe that, oh, it's witchcraft.
It's
What the
sorcery.
heck?
Yeah, well,
Wow.
when I looked this up, I could not believe that it was that much. I mean, I haven't done a psychic reading myself, so I haven't really known the full experience of what it's like to actually do a whole tarot card. But I think it's quite. I mean, depending on how the tarot reading and all that go, like if it's not harmful and they just want to get, the customer just wants the answers given by the person who's psychic or the fortune teller, I suppose in that aspect it is fine. The only thing you don't want to do is give them false. Like you're a psychic, you're meant to know. If you've been in the field for a long time, you should definitely be knowing what you're doing. Otherwise, why are you doing the profession? But there are actually fake fortune tellers out there. Even here in Australia, we've got some of those. Get out of town. So you could be a little bit psychic there too, Abby. Wow. Just to clear everyone, Abby's no psychic Granda. No bueno. No bueno. No, no, no. I'm not I'm not Mexican either, so I'm not going ole, ole. Well, there we go. That is the last of my laws, and I'm very excited to see what Miss Abby has got for her final law that she is going to ask me. So I'm ready. Well, speaking of that fishing joke I made earlier, here we go about salmon. The salmon thief, just with wearing shoe polish and everything. Could you imagine just holding the salmon? Da, 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 da. Everyone got fish. Yes. Okay. So if I think it is illegal or legal, true or false? Ooh. Okay. I am going to be shocked if I say it's. I'm going to say it's fake. I mean, it could be funny if it was real, and if it was real, wow, salmon. But I think I'm going to be saying it's fake. This one. It's a true, real thing. What? Just gonna reel in a salmon and give this a go right now. Bloop. Just slithering around. Yeah, yeah. I mean, You just don't want to be handling the summon in that way, taking it down unsuspiciously, and we're going to keep an eye on you from now on if you do it again. Oh, oh my gosh. That was the last one. Well, guys, that was our 6 craziest laws that we have shocked. I know I'm shocked from it. What did you think of that whole experience? I mean, insane, right? What shocked me the most was the cow. Like, you can't take a cow during the day, but you can do it during the night. I mean, what happens if the cow's sleeping and it doesn't want to go anywhere? And you just poke it with a stick. Moo! It's like getting agitated now. Thank you so much, Abby, very much for giving us your United Kingdom laws. It was so great to have you on. Everyone, please go follow my awesome friend from the United Kingdom, Abby. Until next time, life's an unexpected journey, and I will see you all on another one of my videos for the rest of the year. Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye-bye. Yeah. No! Yay! We did it, Abby! Well, you're probably wondering speaking of the video, we are going to be doing... Oh my god, was I meant to... Was
Silence.
this something...
We're going to be doing silence today.
First blooper of the video already begun. No, actually, I felt like I forgot to... Was there something I forgot to ask after that? Oh no, so this is where the in my head gets into a little bit. Did I...
What if I just ask, so Angus, what is the video today?
Yeah, I think I was straight into the video after when I introduced you because that's when I was thinking, oh my gosh, shit. Okay, so that was fine. We'll keep that bit. And now we'll get into what we're going to do. So yes, well, what we're going to be doing, we have 6 written down laws that I am going to be going with the approach of 3 questions that I will be... Oh no, oh my god, I had planned it so well and then the stuff up bits come out. And
It's okay, it happens. The question of the camera happens and you're like,
it's the first jitters video vibes. Oh dearie me. We'll start that again. What we're going to be doing is me and Abby have got written down 6
pigeons. We have found 6 pigeons.
6 pigeons.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
What a great way to start the first video of the year.
So
Bring
your
it on.
first one is... I had to look down. I remembered what it was, but I was like, no, I just need to just quickly check if I remembered it. Right. It is illegal. Oh.
Well, it's illegal.
yeah, it's just illegal to do anything. Okay, so...
For bus drivers to splash mud on bus passengers, a driver must slow down or stop the bus if necessary in order not to splash the mud. Sorry, I just tongue twist there. I'll start that again.
Here's another one for you. After... Wait. I bring this up here. Okay.
I'm like, when is she going to say it?
It happened. Right.
So here we go. Taxi cabs... Oh, sorry, I just zoned out, then I'm back. There's a place called the Hunter Valley, which is close to where I'm living on the Central Coast.
I just oh.
That's okay. Blooper moment. Just love knocking things out of the way. Whoa.
Yeah, sorry.
That's okay. So I'll start that again. 3, 2, 1.